had my first crash with Tuscaloosa. As we were coming down, I saw the rocks. I was probably just going too slow and all of a sudden stalled. The concern we had is we saw some liquid drippage from the bike.
Whimsy, come.
My home's only for the night. Waking up in different places. But I stopped running from my life. And all the pieces found their places. My heart is home with you.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Go Roughly Around the World.
And welcome to our Airbnb location in San Cristobal de las Casas.
Yes, we're like on this hillside just overlooking the town. The town is just over there, and it's nice green and lush. It's wonderful up here.
There's also an orchard just behind us. It's for a pear-like creature. There's also some rabbits over here.
That Whimsy is enjoying.
And this,
a little too much.
Yeah, so these pears are perrones. They're like a mestizo or an indigenous pear. And
we haven't tried them yet, though.
We're working on that. In the meantime, the rabbits over here are very much a generic, house rabbit. And Whimsy's having a little bit too much fun staring them down and trying to get in there.
Yeah.
So this dog does have some
prey drive.
Some prey drive. Yes, it's coming out as she gets a little older. In the meantime, in the last episode, speaking of Whimsy, she made a destruction, just a complete pigsty out of our Phoenix Airbnb. So hopefully no Airbnb hosts ever see that. We cleaned it up. It's all fine. No trace of anything or the dead bodies or anything. But she absolutely got into some mud, and she made it her own, and then she made it part of the house as well.
Yes.
Then we crossed over into Mexico, so back in the beautiful land of Mexico. Absolutely love it here. I mean, absolutely love Mexico. And we immediately got stuck in the sand.
Well, we found a really great campsite, wild campsite, and it just happened to have soft stands, so we got a little bit caught up in it all.
Yeah, and I did a wonderful job of basically following your trench and creating an even bigger trench, and that's basically how canyons get created, right?
Exactly.
So we did that. In this episode, we have to actually get ourselves out of that.
Yep.
Then we carry on, so we're riding through Mennonite country. And that is like a particular flavor and feature of
that
northern
area.
Mexico.
Yeah, there are a lot of Mennonites that have settled in that area. I think it's one of the biggest populations of Mennonites in all of Mexico.
So, and maybe in the world.
No.
Could that be true?
No. Greg
Don't
just wants
quote
to
me
make
on
it
that.
up.
Yeah, I can say it with enough,
Authority?
assurance that, large Mennonite population right in that area of Chihuahua and into Durango?
Yeah.
Or mostly Chihuahua?
It's a lot in the Chihuahua area, yeah.
So we're in Mennonite country deeply, and then we get into...
Another wild campsite is where we were going to.
Yes, and on the way, you get your first
My
crash.
very first crash with Whimsy and Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
Off-road, of course.
Yes, going down a slope and
Towards
doing a thing.
the wild campsite.
And let's face it, avoidable.
So yeah, now looking back, yes.
Yes. Yeah, so first crash there. And then we get into this wild campsite that is actually filled with wildlife. I mean, we get sort of inundated or invaded and surrounded by wildlife, so stick around. We've been skirting along the U.S. border really all day today, getting so close you could almost spit across.
And you can see the border wall.
And actually with some beautiful cowboy country, and we were despairing of the fact that in this whole northern region there's just vast lands and it is all fenced along the highway. Until this presented itself, and we found a wild campsite.
So they cut this road so that when they install the power lines, if they need to correct them or fix them or whatever.
So GoRUFFLY trick. Find power lines and follow them.
Greg dug a little Grand Canyon over there.
I have, Jess dug in coming in here. You see? And then for whatever damn reason, I followed her line.
I think there is fine.
I gotta get out of here.
You gotta come this way, out of my track. Whimsy, come!
I'm gonna blame Whimsy for kind of cutting into me and like kind of wigging me out a little bit, although I probably would have wigged anyway.
There's fine.
And so I just dug in deeper, and so we have our own Copper Canyon coming through here. Jessica is a terrible campsite cooking bore. Not like boring, but like a bore, like a bull in a china shop. So we've got this wonderful table here, but she just kind of keeps throwing things down onto it and tossing things onto it. And our shot glasses are just dancing every time. They're bumbling along, and I'm seeing my beautiful liquid just kind of bubble over. Nothing bubbled over. Jesse, you can't plop things down like that every time. Go.
We decided to take a rest break here, and I think we're in a almond orchard, and this area I think is all like Mennonite. We saw some of them around. I was looking for some signs for their cheese because I would love to get some of their cheese. We could take it to go and picnic. Whimsy's busy crappling around, and she's so dirty and in the mud, and she's having the time of her life. So I'm not begrudging her, except for the fact that I'm gonna have to lift her into the cockpit, and she's looking very dirty right now.
All right.
I had my first crash tip over with Tuscaloosa. As we were coming down, I saw the rocks. I was probably just going too slow and all of a sudden stalled and then lost my balance, and then I just let it go down. Everything was perfectly fine. She stayed really well within her cockpit. No issues there. She was wagging her tail all excited. And the only concern we had is we saw some liquid drippage from the bike. And I thought maybe it punctured my Hydro Pack water flask, which was on that side. But when we came down here, I looked at it, it was fine. Turns out that the cap for my radiator fluid opened up, probably from the heat and everything, and that was what was leaking. But not much came out. I feel a little, I feel good that I actually finally dropped her, and that everything was okay. But yeah, it was just a bit too steep. I looked at the wrong line, and that's what we got.
This location is almost a totally dried up reservoir. There are trickles of water, and people from, I think, the nearby towns use this as a picnic spot. We're only 2.5, 3 hours from Chihuahua, which is where this segment ends, and so it seems like a nice moment to just kind of spend a time and enjoy this. This is definitely Mennonite country. So this is the land of Mennonites. There are loads of them. And what are the Mennonites? I don't know exactly. Whimsy, go on. Go be friends. Leave it. No. Go lay down. Go to your bed.
So for our lunch, we're just gonna have a little deconstructed bruschetta with avocado. I've got all the stuff from the local markets. The avocado is really like juicy. It tastes so good. It's like so much different than in the States. Like there's so much flavor to this avocado.
There's one other lovely thing that's going on with our lunch. That is, we're having a little nip here. And that's because we're done for the day. We're in a beautiful shady spot. And it's a Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. And why not?
Whimsy alerted when she was hearing something, and I put my light on it. It turns out it was a coyote that was passing by our campsite here. It went through and then went behind our tent, and it was just watching us.
We've also got a lot of bats flying around. So we've got bats, we've got coyotes.
There are cows, which I can tell when I shine my light on it. They look bigger.
Jess believes that they're going to kind of come in like a group of velociraptors, throw a sack over her, drag her out of here, and then they're going to have a Whimsy hostage.
I have a feeling that there's a bunch of coyotes around us, and they will start coming out slowly as we start getting ourselves ready for bed. There was a big ass skunk right here, right outside. I've never seen one that big, and it looked right at me. I was shining the light in its eyes. It looked at me. Whimsy was growling, and then eventually it just sort of walked off. Whimsy is still shaking here. I can feel her in anticipation. Yesterday afternoon and evening and this morning, Whimsy's been collecting all of these items here from around this campsite. Whimsy would come and she'd collect a bone, she'd bring it back, she'd chew some of the marrow out of it. When she was tired of that one, she went and collected another one. So she's got a whole bunch here that she's gotten, and they're all basically picked clean, probably from the coyotes that are around. She also brought us back a plastic bottle, which has been loads and loads of fun for all of us. And some other little detritus things that she has collected that she was enjoying playing with.
Still deep in Mennonite country. This gas station and convenience store is very much Mennonite owned, and I think they also sort of live next to it over here. That I think is a Mennonite house.
Today we're heading south towards Durango for this ride stretch. I'm a little bit bummed because the one place I did want to go to, which was this cave, I thought it was going to be pet friendly, and it's not. The guy was not very accommodating when we called him and told him our situation, so that's a no-go.
Jess had really set her hopes on this one gruta, this one cave complex, and so when it didn't turn out, now she's crestfallen. And I don't know, we'll see what we can do to perk her up. We just completed a 3-hour stretch. Whimsy barely fussed at all. We barely even noticed her. She started to rouse a bit a little later on as it was getting time for lunch, so she's like clockwork. And so we pulled off into this quarry area that is outside of Hidalgo del Parral. We're about 10 minutes from there. And it's really been a boring AF stretch.
When we are old, I better go first. 'Cause a second without you in this life would be the worst. But until then, I'll go where you go. I will follow your lead to the end of the earth. But when we are old, I better go first. I better go first. I better go, better, I better go first. I better go first. I better go, better, I better go first.
We were on our way to the presa, which is like the reservoir in this town. And we were stopped by 2 police before we entered, and they like asked us some information about what we're doing, la la la. And I told them we were coming here to camp. He said, yeah, just keep going straight and whatever. So we followed the road straight. And it didn't ever reach the actual presa. And so we continued, and then we found this spot. This is like the first spot where we've actually seen that there is water. And I think what we'll do is I think we're gonna just camp right here. I think this will be really nice for us. It's around 4:30ish right now. And she seems to be enjoying it. She's got the zoomies from the water, so I think we're all set. So this is where I was gonna put the tent, but she's been rubbing herself all over because she decided to splash around in the mud. Whimsy's got some access to this water. Look, she doesn't necessarily need it, except I need to clean her off because now she's full of mud. But this is a nice sort of open place. There's a little road that leads us here, so we'll bring the bikes over, set up here. Greg has figured out that the sun is going to rise on that side, so this will give us some shade in the morning.
Yes, I did figure out single-handedly where the sun is going to rise tomorrow. Can't imagine how I might have done that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's gonna be fine. And that's not a good cliffhanger. So, Jessica, please, for the sake of our bubbling liquid, go easy.
We decided to take a rest break, and I think that we are actually in a
This location is basically a totally, almost, it bewilders me because they are not like Amish, like full on sort of stuck in whatever century. So there's definitely some questions that I have, and maybe I'll get them answered. And so, what do I say now? They get closer and closer. All you can see are eyes, but they just keep getting closer from every direction. But it is just, you're not filming when you're swinging your hand all, I can see it.
You already said that thing though. This isn't a new story.
And what else? And now we're snacking. Yes, I did figure out where the sun is gonna rise tomorrow.